never been insecure. I used to make money off dancing naked. Like I was making money because of my looks, not because of my brain, not because of my mouth, not because of my anything, because of my looks. I was making thousands of dollars because of my looks. Before surgery, before I got my teeth done, before I got my nose done, before I got my ass done. So I never really been insecure. I just like a certain type of bodies. And it's like, if I have the money and if I could, I'm going to change it if I want to. Like, it's almost like a wig.
Hello, beautiful people. I am Mary Jane. Welcome to Net Voices. Cardi B and Offset recently did interviews separately. Cardi B addressed the list of misconceptions about her being insecure, surgery, cheating, and more. While Offset did an interview with Keke Palmer, where he talked about his ongoing divorce from Cardi B. And some people on social media are not here for the interview he did. They're saying Keke shouldn't have let him on her platform. Let's listen to what Cardi B has to say first.
I'm not insecure about myself, and then if some people be like, oh, she be doing surgery because this guy always be cheating on her and stuff like that. And it's like, no. When a man fall in love with me, they fall in love for me, for my pussy, for my personality, and because I'm a really pretty girl. If a man is gonna cheat on you, they're just gonna cheat on you because that's just men. A man would cheat on you with the ugliest, brokest, probably finest, or probably the ugliest bitches. It really depends on the night. It really depends who's available and who's around. Okay? So it's not like, oh, he cheated on her because this bitch is bad. The girls that I've been seeing, I be like, I'm surprised. I'm not in your caliber if you fucking bitches like this. And I always been I never been insecure. I used to make money off dancing naked. Like I was making money because of my looks, not because of my brain, not because of my mouth, not because of my anything, because of my looks. I was making thousands of dollars because of my looks. Before surgery, before I got my teeth done, before I got my nose done, before I got my ass done. So I never really been insecure. I just like a certain type of bodies. And it's like, if I have the money and if I could, I'm going to change it if I want to. Like, it's almost like a wig. You change your wig every other day. Does that mean you're insecure about your hair or how you look? No, I'm not neither. I just like what I like.
Having watched the video, I agree with Cardi B that if the man wants to cheat, he'll cheat. It has nothing to do with the woman. Do you agree with what Cardi B has to say? Let's watch Offset's interview and people's reaction towards it.
I don't even know if divorce is final, but I know she filed for divorce in 2024. Where do y'all stand now?
I mean,
is it finalized, the divorce?
Not yet.
Okay, so it's not
Still
finalized.
going through it.
Do you want it to be finalized?
I'm ready to be over it, for it to be over with, yeah.
Really?
Just so, just for both of us, I feel like that be a louder story than what we really love to do, which is music and art. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying that. Not like nothing towards her. It's like it blinds the people to what we are to the people, which is our artists. It blinds them because
for a while
it's
I thought
personal.
if it was a part of this, because sometimes performance art can go far. So I didn't know if it was like a lead up to the 2 albums and we was gonna get a gag or what. You don't know what is real life anymore because a lot of times people be doing reality shows into the music marketing. So I wasn't sure.
Nah, I'm a player. I would never do that. I would never play with my personal life to make a hit or make me have a moment in music. Nah, it's real. It's real life, man. It's real life. It's a hard thing to do.
So I'm sorry to hear that.
And then I don't understand. My thing is with it, I just feel like it shouldn't be the story for the both of us. That's why I'm ready for it to get over with. Cause it be just the story for both of us. When I see posts,
I about to say it's a lot of social media stuff. A lot of the social media stuff, I'm sure for you, again, I've never been in a high profile relationship or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Even with my significant other at the time with my son, it became a thing. And it was like, oh my gosh, what the hell I'm gonna do? So I can only imagine the magnitude when you guys both are in the entertainment industry. Do you think that has something to do with it? I know you can't just blame it ain't about blaming the public or something like that.
Not blaming the public. No, it's just like being the face, like just like you saying, like two of us being superstars, your business is always out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I could rewrite the book, I would have never been public. It would have never been public. You know what I mean? Or public like it had just never been public. Cause when it's public, it's opinions. Then like they're watching everything. Like I was definitely not perfect in the situation. You know what I mean? I made a lot of mistakes, a lot of things that I did wrong. She did things that was wrong, and it's like, but it's always on the front screen.
Yeah, it's hard to move on.
It's hard to move on from it. Exactly.
It's hard to move on when people keep telling you and all this type of stuff. I mean, is there anything that you wish you would have done differently, or that you regret, or that
I should have respected her way more. You know what I mean? I made bad decisions as a man, like stepping out, like gotta take that on the chin. Like that's why when she left, I had to take that on the chin, cause like I could have been we got so much our kids to live for. I was being selfish, you know what I mean? And I can say that as a man. I'm a grown man, you know what I mean? I can say that. I wish there wasn't so much internet stuff going on.
Yeah.
I got out of pocket a couple times because, bro, it feel like you're getting bullied. Like I used to never say nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
I've seen recently things.
I tried to recently just say something, just like to try to defend myself.
Yeah.
Because the narrative be nasty sometimes on me, and it don't be that.
But Cardi's she's always been a media personality. She always been somebody to tell, her life and everything. So it does seem very natural coming from her. We expect her to say stuff, but you never want people to be in a bad way. So when I'm seeing all that type of stuff, I hate it for both of y'all. I want love to survive, and I really, I loved it for you guys. So there was, I hate to see it happen like that, but the truth of the matter is life goes on.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll be the one to say it. I think Keke Palmer is soft launching another relationship with her baby dad. And as a fellow Virgo and a fellow Keke, that pisses me off. I didn't initially think this, but her continuing to platform not just like ain't shit or not very likable men, but men who have been abusive and actually caused harm to women, black women specifically, that is not just weird, it's starting to feel deliberate. A lot of folks are like, well, what's wrong with getting the other side of a story? But that's not what's happening. What we are seeing is her coddle and spoon feed men who have reputations of mistreating women. We already know that she's an R. Kelly apologist. We've already seen her interview with Jonathan Majors. And this interview with Offset just feels like now you're really trying to make sure that we see, that we know. I feel like it was a effort on the part of him and his team to try to kind of clean up his image a little bit, because Takeoff passed away a while ago. It's very weird to me that this is the first time that he's talking about him. Relationship issues with Cardi B. When you hear her talking to him about the issues with Cardi B, it's really like she's kikiing with him. Feels like she's interviewing her brother or her cousin, and not in a good way. Feels like the girls who will just support their brothers and their cousins and their male family members no matter what, because we need to protect black men. Keke is a millennial. I'm a millennial too, but a lot of what she does and says is mindsets that's more prevalent in Gen X and Boomer generation. That's her parents' age range, and she is extremely close with her mom. So I think that a lot of those old school mindsets about men, especially black men, and how they need to be redeemed after being seen as negative in a public light, and I think that's what's going on, because I don't understand how she would even have so much sympathy. I don't think it's about seeing both sides of the story, because we're basically feeding Offset these answers. We're accepting the bullshit answers when he is very clearly lying about, the Saweetie situation between him and Quavo, messing with Saweetie behind Quavo's back, all of that stuff. He's literally just smirking. There was no accountability, and she didn't interview Cardi. Cardi has music out. Cardi's getting ready to go on a tour, and you're like, why would you not interview Cardi if you're just looking to get the story? This feels deliberate. It really pisses me off, because even outside of this interview and interviews like it, Keke Palmer is not good at the interview portion. Kiki is personable, she's fun, and she's vibrant. She's extremely photogenic and energetic. She knows how to turn it on. That's usually a good thing. But in an interview style podcast setting, you gotta let the interviewee get some time to speak their own truth. We don't need you narrating it for them. That seems like what she does. She also seems to want to monopolize the conversation. She feels like she always has to be on. That causes her to interrupt folks a lot. She has a great personality. But girl, why are you interviewing people and not letting them tell their own story? It feels like she already has a narrative before the interview is done. And it just feels so disingenuous. I was really wanting to support her when she first got the podcast. You know, she's one of our Black American sweethearts. And I've just been so disappointed by these interviews. I'm feeling like her episodes are now becoming the next stop on every Black man's redemption tour. That's so corny to me.
He's allowed to be anywhere. I think these are my thoughts. I'm not everybody. Everybody, folks have other things. And I want to also name, sadly, Keke Palmer is probably always going to be one of my problematic faves. I just like that girl. I enjoy her. I just enjoy her. And every time I see her do stuff like this, I'm like, why? Why I don't think he should be there is that this man is actively holding up a divorce from a woman because he wants her to give him property and pay off his back taxes. That is, he's an active financial abuse of a woman who is pregnant right now. 2, so I think a woman platforming him is wild. 2, if you were going to interview him, and I haven't watched the interview, but I bet that the questions were not hard-hitting or accountability-based. So if you were going to interview him, let's talk about what the fuck is going on with you. Like, what is your tea? 3, based on the things that Keke experienced far before the father of her child in that relationship, even going back to the Trey Songz situation and these things that she's shared about her journey with men, it feels awkward for her to platform a man like that in her space. How do you go from Mariah Carey last week to Offset this week? And again, I know things are recorded out of sync and out of order, but I just don't think, even from a brand space, most of Keke's followers, consistent followers, in the most consistent folks who engage in media, and I'm talking about engaging by buying subscriptions, buying books and things, are Black women and Black queer folks. That individual is not congruent with the larger populace of those groups. So from a branding space, it's like, this was just a dumb move. Him being on Joe Budden's podcast, yeah, I see it. Him being interviewed by Candace Owens, I could see it. Him going on Angela Yee's podcast, I could see him being interviewed by Angie Martinez.
Offset's interview with Keke confirms what Cardi B has been saying all along about their relationship. We've seen it play out in the public. Finally, we've heard from the horse's mouth. If given a second chance, would he do things differently? I don't think so. I think it's a PR move on his side to clean up his image. And also people saying Keke shouldn't have let him on her platform. I disagree with that. Keke's platform, it's a pop culture based podcast. She interviews celebrities, different celebrities. Offset is a celebrity. His ongoing divorce from Cardi B at the moment is trending. Everybody's talking. I'm talking, you're talking. So it's a win for her podcast. And also, it's good to hear from both sides, so it's not one-sided. I can understand people saying they don't like her style of interview, or they don't like the way she asked the question, or she should have asked them more, held him accountable. It's a give and take. I don't think Kiki did anything wrong on this one. Can we let her off? She's a sweetheart. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.